writing. So the first thing that came out was a big W, and I of course found out that I'm in the town of Waterford. Um, then I saw a lot of these windows, like the old style windows, with the cross on it. And I wrote down there were a lot of windows. And so when I look around the town, there's a lot of windows everywhere, and there's a lot of windows. So I also saw a tall, skinny, older man, gray, feathery hair, so like finer hair, and a larger nose. And then I walk in here and I see this fella here. I'm not sure anybody's names for the location, but he looks a lot like him. He wasn't wearing the same, tall collar. He had an open, like a softer open collar, and he had a jacket on, but he had a softer open collar when I saw him. I also saw a blonde woman quickly, and then, of course, we're in a different location. We haven't come here yet, and so I asked them to please go and hold off. I knew that this building, I got the feeling that this building was not that old, but sometimes when I get that feeling, it's either it's not really an old building, or it's a building that's still in use, so there's still energy that's current in this space, so that means that this is like a building that still functions. Then I also drew a series of, just kind of what looks like buildings, but I drew this, which looks like it's like a cross that's down into like lower to these buildings, and usually I felt either there's a cemetery or a church nearby. We find out there's a church right across the way when we came in, but if you look down, there's actually these clothing lines that run across, and it actually looks like a cross down lower in the ground. Then it's the church. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I feel like I got the letters AT, which then ended up, I got this feeling that I was about to write Atlanta. So I just wrote Atlanta. I'm not sure the connection since we're so far north. So I don't know if they play music here or they do, any kind of anything like theatrical, but or at least here or nearby. But I have I had a flash of a theater. I'm not sure what that means yet, but how the Twin City Opera House, it's like the older theaters. So I got the older theater with the smaller stage. It has the higher level seating. So I saw a flash of a theater on my way in. I'm seeing nurses. There's also, I thought this was originally going to be a snake. It could possibly still be a snake, but it looked more like a musical note after, and then I had the flash of the theater, so then I thought, okay, maybe that's connected. And then I want to hum. So I don't know if they hear humming in this building, but as we got closer to this building, I felt this need to hum more regularly. I never hum on my own. So usually if I'm humming, it's spirit related. So what I love about this building is all older buildings, and if I go, they have this distinct smell when I walk in, so this is just an older structure, and there's a lot of things that are antiques in this space. I just heard somebody say he's upstairs. I don't know who's upstairs, but I guess we'll see when we go up there. So there's another female in this house too. She greets when people come in, but for some reason she's only standing at the top of the stairs. But it's almost like she's the one welcoming people into the house. Oh, and I also heard "we welcome you" on the way into the space. So they were welcoming us coming in. I hear the humming again. So I'm gonna go toward the back. I hear the humming back here.
It was a distinct song that you were humming. It wasn't just like humming. It was a song that I've never heard before.
That's the sound. That's who I hear. There's a woman and she's cleaning. She's cleaning something and she's going like this, trying to see where. I know. I can't tell. like where, so I see this space in a different place. So some of these things don't fit in here, like they weren't here before. So the space looks a little different. So maybe originally the space and then they added stuff in, but I'm trying to look around but not see things on the walls. So give me 1 second. Oh, so she's sitting in a chair about here and she's going back and forth, back and forth. Maybe she's not cleaning something. I don't know what she's doing, but she's going like this. She has dark hair. She's dressed casually, but it's period wear, like it's older clothing. So she could be anywhere between, you know, the style didn't really change till the 20s, 1920s, maybe late teens. But she could be anywhere between mid 1800s based on like the casual dress that she's wearing to like early 1900s. So she could be anywhere in that range. She's got dark hair. She's got it tied back, but it's just like, it's tied back in like it could be a bun, but you know, sometimes they used to tuck their hair too. So I can't tell how it's tied back because I'm kind of like her in the moment as I'm doing this. So I can't really, I just know it's tied back. So she's rolling back and forth like that. Maybe she's rolling something. I don't know what's going on. So she's going like this, and then a little boy comes in. Is there another way into this room? Oh, okay. So there's a stairwell here, and there's some door over there. So the boy shows up right over here. He comes running in. So she looks up. So he didn't come from that way. And so she's going like this. And then he shows up. He's like right there, and he's greeting her. He's about yay tall. And now remember, back then, they could have been older and still been this little based on, you know, the average height back then, the nourishment back then. He seems like a pretty nourished kid. He seems okay. He's got like this like chubbier cheeks. So he's somewhere between maybe like 2 and 6, but 6 is kind of feels like it's pushing it. It feels like he's younger, but you know how they were. They could look smaller, but they were older. It feels like she took care of this boy. I'm trying to see and figure out if it's her child or if she was taking care of him as like, you know, a nanny or governess or something like that that would take care of the kids. It's hard to tell from what I'm seeing because I'm not talking to her. I'm seeing what's happening in the space. Like he's coming in and he's all like he was running or doing something, you know, like little boys will come in and they'll brush their hair out and it's kind of sticking up and they were playing and things like that. So he's doing this. And she's like telling him, you know, like they're having a conversation, like, you know, stop, you know, being too crazy, like that kind of thing. And he wants something to eat, like he's hungry. Okay, so I feel that feeling I get when someone gets sick and passes away. So it could have been a shorter term illness, but I feel like, you know, it's something, but it's not something that it's like one day I'm okay, the next day I get sick, and then a day later I pass away. It's like something that was more spread out. So I also feel like sickness. So I don't know if it's connected to her and how she passed, or if it's something maybe with the little boy or something about the space here, if there were people present that were sick. Is this guy connected to the house? So the guy with the beard that's pounding on the table looks a lot like this guy. I see a lot of kids' things, but I don't feel kids like going through this space. They could have been, I don't see them. I only saw him downstairs. So there's a woman sitting, I know this bed probably wasn't there before, but this is how she's coming to me. There's a woman sitting on the bed and she's crying and she's like folding things. I'm not sure what it's just like if she's folding like washcloths but she's folding things and she's crying. So I don't know if she's lost somebody close to her, if she's lost a child. It's just she's sitting here crying. She's different. She's not the lady with the dark hair though. The lady with the dark hair is coming through older. This woman that's coming through, she's got lighter hair. It's not like blonde hair, it's just a lighter hair. And you know, you can have like, it's hard to tell, like if you have sandy brown, like to light brown, like in that kind of, sandy blonde, excuse me, to light brown, like that kind of range. And she just, I mean, I can show you. I need to show you because I can't describe it. She's just like this, and she's just crying. She's just doing, and she's just crying. She said something here. She's just sitting, and she's crying. So I'm not sure. The feeling that I'm getting is a feeling of loss. I feel like it's the loss of a child, but I'm also in a room with a lot of kids' stuff, so it makes me feel like maybe I'm being tainted a little bit to think that it was a child. So, but I'm just gonna say it feels like it could be a loss of a child, but she's feeling a big loss, and she's folding small things. So what those small things are, I can't tell. If they're like baby clothes or if they're just linens. But it's hard to tell, and she's just back and forth. She's crying, she's folding, and she's placing things to the side. I can't even see what she's grabbing from. So you know how you can grab from something, fold, and then place things over? I don't even see what she's grabbing from. I only see her picking up, folding, setting aside, and crying. So I think she may have lost more than just like one child or more than just a child. But she's showing me this view of just, she's trying to get into a space and she's crying and wailing, and there's a man like preventing her from going into something. Like, I can't tell what the space is, but she's trying to get in, and so it feels like something more tragic in terms of like she didn't want her child like to die, or didn't, just the loss that's happening. The wall feels hot, so I'm not sure. Whenever I touch it, it feels hot. So I don't know. They could be telling me maybe there was something going on that would make it hot, or if there was a fire or something like that. But they wanted me to touch the wall. When I touch the wall, I could feel it. It's hot. Something feels different about the space. Like it's not. There's extra. So I don't know. Something feels like, I don't know. I feel like there could be like something added on later. There's something. It's like the building feels one way in one place, and it feels different in another place. So it feels like the energies are different. So that they could be telling me, hey, there was an addition, this is a different space, or maybe there's just this energy in the space, but I feel like there's like a disjointing, like something feels off. So there could be a reason for it. Yeah, I smell cigars in this room. I feel like I hear a door slamming. So I don't know if they have issues with like doors closing here. I feel like I hear doors slamming. So either it happened in that time or it happened. They still keep showing me Abraham Lincoln. There has to be a connection to Abraham Lincoln. Every once in a while when I look up to say something to you, like I see him. I'll see a flash of him. There's something connected to him. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Civil War related, but I still just keep seeing him. All I smell is cigars in that space. I have chest pain now walking into this space. So I hear this, like, somebody just told me this wasn't always historical. So I don't know if this building, like, maybe was used for something else or was vacant for a short time or a period of time. But it says it wasn't always a historical building, so I'm not sure what that means. So I keep hearing a little kid crying out for their mom and crying, and I'm not sure. It's so hard with kids to tell. It could be a little girl. I don't know if it's still connected to the woman in the other room, but I can hear it's heartbreaking. Like the crying is heartbreaking. I don't see the spirit that it's connected to. So either it's connected to one particular person who passed away from something related to their chest. So if they had like congestive heart failure, or they had a heart attack, or they couldn't breathe, that would cause strain in their chest. My chest just hurts. So because I can't see one particular person or associated with it, it could be connected to multiple people. but it's strong. So, and I feel it when when I cross through that threshold. Okay. I just heard a woman go, but not in a cackle. You know, like that. I sound like I'm cackling, but she's got this like loud laugh. It's just, you know, when I enter a space, especially a house, like it's just random what I'll see, but I just don't like. I feel like there's love in the space, but then I also feel like there's not love in the space. So I'm not sure how it's connected to the people that were here. But like in the kitchen, or the kid that would look like the kitchen area over there, the woman that was with the little boy, it felt like there was love there. Walking through this upstairs space, I don't feel that. So I'm not sure if it's connected to the female energy that I hear laughing, or if it's something else like that they're showing me that's like the whole family related, but like it just doesn't. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel, you know how you come home and you feel like you're in your place. You're with your family members. It just feels colder. Like, I feel there's a woman that like faints and falls, so I don't know if she passes away. I keep seeing the dark-haired woman from the top of the stairs and this fainting together. Keep going back and forth. So I think it's connected to her, but I just feel like I get lightheaded and I like pass out. So either she got sick, or like it led to her passing, or it was at the time of her passing, but I feel like it's all connected in terms of how like her passing. So it could have happened a little bit before, it could have happened right at her passing. I just know I'm passing out. And I honestly feel like I'm a little bit crazy right now. I mean other than what everybody thinks, right? For me as Irene, but like I feel like I'm like feeling this woman, I feel like I'm just like all over the place. Maybe she got older and had a little bit of dementia, and you know, back then they didn't really know. This blonde woman though, she's more modern. She's coming like in my mind again now, and I'm supposed to like just kind of give a little bit. She feels like she's more recent, so like recent history in terms of it can't be. I get like that traditional name that comes through, like an Elizabeth. Oh, there's like a Molly. There's a Rebecca. Like this space has a lot of stuff in it, and it's really hard to. There's a I don't know if it's like a Jerry, but it's like it could be a Geraldine. It could be an actual male. Gerald, it could be, you know, usually like they come and they'll just like, we'll have a chat and I'll try to get some information from them. In this situation, they're just showing me like scenes. Are there like a lot of pictures of Abraham Lincoln in this house?
Yep, we call this the Lincoln bedroom. We have Abraham Lincoln all over
Oh, okay.
here. And there's a reason why we have it.
Okay. When I look at this land, that like, it's just like, it's like mass movements of people this way and this way. So this makes me think this land had multiple things going on, one after the other. There's some kind of parade going on outside. I don't know if they did a parade for somebody. I keep feeling like I'm seeing like World War II parade, like that. You know how they would sometimes do parades when soldiers would go off to war, and they would say goodbye to them, or they would come home and do something to celebrate them coming home. I feel like there's something like that going on out in the street. It reminds me of a basement in one of the houses I rented in Boston.
Oh.
Totally looks just like it, going down the stairs with the stone wall. So there's a reason why that's flashing to me, so maybe there's some connection to New England.
Well,
Scared of the
mess.
bugs.
And we're kind of in the middle of Christmas and Easter.
Too many things hanging.
So bad.
Oh my God.
Is what? Oh, it's good. Still there?
He is so happy you're here. Oh yeah, we're not spending a whole lot of time. Oh my God, this is like a horror movie. That right there, there's a whole pocket of like.
I'm gonna just stay away from the walls.
I'll tell you, I asked every guy in the Historical Society, they were walking down there. Let's take some more.
When I look at this land, that like, it's just like, it's like mass movements of people this way and this way. So this makes me think this land had multiple things going on, one after the other, after the other. There's some kind of parade going on outside. I don't know if they did a parade for somebody. I keep feeling like I'm seeing like World War II parade, like that. You know, they would sometimes do parades when soldiers would go off to war, and they would say goodbye to them, or they would come home and do something to celebrate them coming home. I feel like there's something like that going on out in the street. So there's something about the two windows. But she's all over the house. She's upstairs, she's downstairs, she's everywhere. She likes the landing, though. That spot right there.
Maybe we can put a rampa there tonight.
Yeah. So this guy, he's there. So as soon as I opened the door to come downstairs, for those of you who weren't here when we kind of did that little quick, he was looking up at me smiling. It was a black man looking up at me smiling. He's like, it's about time you came down here. And so he's very talkative. He's very happy that like we're here. He's got high energy. Like he's a different energy in this space. So the second I saw him, I'm like, okay, there's got to be something connected with like slavery or something, like escaped slaves, or there's got to be Underground Railroad things going on in this area. Like I just see him, he's here, and it tells me, and he's happy. So that means for me, he's not in a place where he feels unsafe, like he was kept here for some reason, like as a punishment or something like that. He's actually a happy guy. So if there was punishment, I mean, there was punishment on this property. So I know that, but it's not connected to this and him. It feels like he did work around the property. So he's showing me like he's lifting things, and he's outside and he's sweating and he's wiping his brow. So it tells me he did something like taking care of the property, working here at some point too. He said, I just stayed. So, so I don't know if like in life he came here and just stayed, or he came here just as a spirit, like, and he just stayed here after he passed as a spirit, excuse me.
So he's actually talking to you, where the other spirits were just showing you like pictures.
Yeah, they welcomed me when I came in, but they were just showing me imagery. Yeah. So there's some kind of structure. I'm not sure if he's showing me a workbench or something. I can't tell. Like there's something here and then there's something here. So to me it looks right now like a big table. I don't think it's this table. It's just some kind of shape like that looks like a table. He died from something. I don't know if he could have died from like he's giving me pain back here. So he could have had like an infection, that causes like some things to happen to your kidneys, or he had an injury and passed away, but he's giving me pain in this area of my body, so it's going from here around to the back. So he's like, I like her. So he likes you around the house. Cool. So he says, so do you sometimes feel like somebody is kind of behind you when you're doing some things in the house? So he comes around and just makes sure you're okay.
You know what? I've told so many people that. Like, I feel like I'm okay. Like, I'm more afraid of the live person walking through the front door than I am of any spirit in the house. Yeah. And I just feel that I'll be taken care of if something bad should happen.
Yep.
I always feel like I'm taken care of.
That's him. He's walking around.
Wow.
He's watching out for you. He's back there.
Who's
behind
he?
The HVAC system. He's the shadow.
There's a shadow back here.
Not the one that you're talking.
No, not the.
No, not the other guy. So there is something like of a spirit, an energy. Ooh, yeah, he's down here. He's a strong energy. But it's not malevolent. It's like something that carries over of like pain, suffering, anger.
Mm-hmm.
That's the energy. So I don't know if it's a piece of this person's soul left behind that's working through whatever that pain was. It's almost like he had a tragic passing. So he's working through something connected to that. At least this little part of him that's still around. And it manifests as a shadow. And that shadow is for protection, but it could be scary to people.